The mission of Max Estates is to offer spaces for residential and commercial use with the utmost attention to detail, design and lifestyle.
I think for anybody who chooses to come and live on the Max Estate site in this community on Rajpur Road, that is going to be the biggest blessing, that you are dwelling in a perfectly poised equilibrium between spirituality and nature, and yet you are within an urban embrace of the city of Dehradun.
It isn't the coffee, Steve. There's nothing the matter with the coffee. There's something the matter with you.
I think there might be something the matter with my stomach.
Your stomach. The trouble is not in your stomach. It's in your subconscious mind.
What rubbish, Henrietta.
You never used to be so disagreeable. You certainly have some sort of a complex. You're all inhibited. You're no longer open to new ideas. You won't listen to a word about psychoanalysis.
A word? I've listened to volumes now.
You cease to be creative in architecture. Your work isn't going well. You don't even sleep well.
How can I sleep, Henrietta, when you're always waking me up at night to find out what I'm dreaming?
But dreams are so important, Steve. If you just tell yours to Dr. D'Souza, he'd find out exactly what's wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with me, man.
Oh, you don't even speak as well as you used to.
Speak? How can I can't even get a word in without you looking at me in that dark fashion that you do when you're on the trail of a complex.
Dr. D'Souza is doing just amazing things with nervous cases, Steve. Won't you go to him?
No, Henrietta, I won't.
But Steve!
Shh. I hear Mabel coming. Let's not be at each other's throats the first day of her visit, all right?
Good morning.
There you are, little sister.
Good morning, Mabel.
So good to have you here. I was going to let you sleep. I thought maybe you'd be tired from that long journey. But now that you're here, tell me what you'll have for breakfast. There'll be some...
No, I ought to have told you, Henrietta, don't get anything for me. I'll not be having any breakfast.
Not having any breakfast?
Oh, that psychoanalytical look.
Why aren't you having any breakfast, Mabel?
Why? No reason. I just don't care much for breakfast. And you know, they say it keeps down the weight, so it's a good thing to go without it.
Don't you sleep well? Did you sleep well last night?
Yeah, I sleep well. I slept fine last night. Though I did have the funniest dream.
Shh.
What did you dream, Mabel?
Look, Mabel, I feel it's my duty to warn you. Please don't tell Henrietta anything about your dream. If you do, she'll tell you that you have an underground desire to kill your father and then marry your mother to somebody from
Don't be ridiculous, Stephen Brewster. What did you dream, dear?
I dreamed I was a hen.
A hen?
Yes, and I was pushing along through a crowd as fast as I could, but being a hen, I couldn't walk very fast. Sort of like having a really tight skirt on. And there was some sort of a creature. Blue cap it was wearing. You know how mixed up these dreams are. It kept on screaming after me, step hen, until I got all excited and just couldn't move at all.
You say you got much excited.
Oh yeah, I was in a terrible state.
This is significant.
She dreams she's a hen. She became violently agitated. She's told to step up. What could it possibly mean?
Do you know anything about psychoanalysis, Mabel?
Psychoanalysis. It is something about COVID, isn't it?
Not our COVID, honey.
Oh, I thought it might be the name of a new vaccine.
That it is. A mental one.
You see, Henrietta, we don't really live in touch with intellectual things as you do. And Bobby, him being a contractor, our friends are also just
Oh, the life of a contractor.
Don't you see anything more of that writer? What was his name now?
Adesh Egmore.
Yes, Egmore. Don't you see much of him?
Yeah, I see him once in a while. Bobby doesn't like him much.
Bobby doesn't like Adesh Egmore. Mabel, are you perfectly happy with Bobby?
Oh, Henrietta, come on. That's being a little strong, don't you think?
Are you perfectly happy, Mabel?
Yes, I guess so. Well, of course, I'm happy.
Are you happy? Or do you only think that you are? Or do you only think that you ought to be?
I don't get what you mean, Henrietta.
This is what she means, Mabel. Psychoanalysis. My work table groans with it. Books by Jung, books by Freud, the psychoanalytical review.
But what is all this about?
It's all about your non-conscious mind, desires not known of. People are going crazy with them. And now you're dreaming that you're a hen.
But what is it about, Henrietta?
Oh, if Henrietta's going to start that now.
It's like this, Mabel. You want something. You think you can't have it. You think it's wrong. So you try to think that you don't want it. Your mind protects you, avoids the pain by refusing to accept the forbidden thing. But it's there all the same. It stays there, locked up in your subconscious mind, and it festers.
Sort of like an ingrowing mental toenail.
Precisely. The forbidden impulse is there, full of energy, which simply has to do something. It breaks into your consciousness in disguise, masks itself in your dreams, makes all sorts of trouble. In some extreme cases, it drives you insane.
Oh,
But psychoanalysis has found out how to save us from all that. It brings into consciousness your suppressed desire, which was making all the trouble to begin with. Psychoanalysis is simply the scientific method of preventing and curing insanity.
It's also the most effective scientific method of breaking up families.
Families which ought to be separated.
The Prabhakars, for instance, you must have met them the last time that you were here, Mabel. Well, Jyoti Prabhakar was living perfectly happily with good old Arun. She decides to get psyched and she goes to the psychologist. And bam, she comes home with an unsuppressed desire to leave her husband.
how terrible, Henrietta. I don't think we should know such things about ourselves. But did she always have such a desire?
That's the first that she'd known of it.
And she left him.
Yes, she did.
Wasn't he good to her?
Oh, yes, good enough.
He wouldn't have been kind to her then.
Oh, yes, kind to her.
And she left her good, kind husband.
Oh, Mabel, left her good, kind husband. How naive you are, dear. Forgive me, but how bourgeois of you. She came to know herself and she had the courage.
I may be very naive and
Bourgeois.
yeah, but I don't see the good of a science that breaks up homes.
In enlightening Mabel, let's tell her about the case of Karthik Sharma's private secretary, Mahi Sahani, who discovered her unsuppressed desire for her own boss.
This is terrible, Henrietta. I don't think we should know these things about ourselves.
No, Mabel, that is the old fashioned way.
But her boss, is he married?
Wife and 4 children.
Well, then what good does it do to the girl to be told that she has some desire for him? There's nothing that can be done about it now.
Old institutions will have to be reshaped so that something can be done in such cases. It just so happens, Mabel, that this suppressed desire was on the verge of landing Mahi Sahani in the mental asylum. Are you so old fashioned that you'd rather have her in a mental asylum than breaking the conventions?
But have people always had these awful suppressed desires?
Always.
But they've just been discovered. Henna, Henrietta, Henna?
The harm they do has just been discovered. And free, sane people must accept the fact that these have to be dealt with.
I don't believe they have them in Makluski Ganj.
Oh, they have them wherever the living libido, the center of the soul's energy, is in conflict with petrified moral codes. That means everywhere in civilization. Psychoanalysis is simply
Good God, woman. I've drawn the roof in the basement.
The roof in the basement?
This is what psychoanalysis does.
This is what psychoanalysis can undo. Is it any wonder that I'm so worried about Steve? You know, he dreamed the other night that the walls around him were melting away and he found himself alone in a forest. Don't you see how significant it is for an architect to have walls slipping away from him? It signifies his loss of grip at work. There's some suppressed desire.
Suppressed hell.
You speak more truly now than you know. It is through suppressions that hells are found within us.
Henrietta, it would be better if we gave him some peace to work in. Let's go and sit somewhere else. I'm so sorry. One of your Wedgwood plates. I'm so sorry, Henrietta. Please don't take it so too hard.
I can't help but take it to heart.
I'll get you another plate. I promise I'll get you another plate, Henrietta.
The plate, Mabel.
For God's sake, what is it then?
It's the significant little false movement which made you drop it.
But don't we all make a little significant false movement once in a while?
But these false movements all mean something, Mabel.
I don't think this is very nice. It is just because I happen to be thinking of that Mabel Sani we were talking about.
Mabel Sani?
Sani. What was her name?
Mahi Sahani. You substituted your own name for hers.
Well, Mahi Sahani then. Mahi Sahani. I never heard her name but once right now. I don't see anything to make such a fuss about.
But mistakes like these in names, Mabel,
They don't mean something to, do they now?
I'm sorry, dear, but they do.
But I'm always doing that.
Oh my God, my poor little sister. Now tell me all about it.
About what?
About your not being happy, about your longing for a different kind of life.
But I don't.
I understand these things, Mabel. You think Bobby is restricting you in a life in which you do not feel free.
Henrietta, when did I ever say such a thing?
You said that you're not in touch with things intellectual. You showed your feelings that it's Bobby's work. And that has engendered a resentment which has covered your whole life with him.
Why, Henrietta? Why?
Don't be afraid of me, Mabel. There's nothing that can shock me or turn me from you. I'm not like that. I called you here for this visit because I realized that you needed more from life than what you were getting. Not one of these things that I have seen today would have aroused my suspicion. It's the combination. You don't eat breakfast. You make false moves. You substitute your own name for another's, whose love is misdirected. You look strange and you're acting nervous. In your eyes, there's a frightened look, which is most unlike you. And this dream, a hen. Come with me this afternoon to see Dr. D'Souza. Maybe your whole life may be at stake.
Henrietta, you were always the smartest in the family and all of that. But this is terrible. I don't think we ought to know such things about ourselves. And that dream, I'll tell you why I dreamed I was a hen. It is because last night when I was telling you about that time in Calcutta, you said I was as mad as a wet hen.
So, did you dream that you were a wet hen?
No.
No. You dreamed you were a dry hen. And why, being a hen, were you being urged to step?
Maybe it's because when I'm in aerobics class, it really irritates me how they keep asking me to step up.
No, Mabel. That is only a child's view. Forgive me, but you only see the elements of the dream. You don't see into the dream. You don't see the meaning. This dream of the hen.
Hen, wet hen, mad hen, dry hen. Let me out of this hen pen.
Just a second, dear. We'll have it quiet so that you can work. Mabel and I are going into the other room.
Mabel, wait. Mabel, I've decided to get psychoanalyzed. I'm going straight to that infallible doctor of hers, this priest of this weird religion. If he's got any decency, he'll be honest enough to tell her that there's nothing wrong with me or my subconscious mind. And then perhaps I can be left alone. And then I'll be fine. I'm going now. It might take weeks and I can't bear to stand all that talk. All right? Goodbye.
Bye.
Where's Steve? Gone. Do you see now how impatient he is? How unlike himself? I tell you, Mabel, I'm besides myself with worry about Steve.
I felt he's a little distracted too.
Yes, but now that he's gone, you may as well stay here. I'm going to dart out to the Rotary Club. I have a meeting for an hour or two. Here, this is the simplest statement of psychoanalysis that I could find. You go through this and then we'll discuss things a little bit more intellectually. How old did you say Adesh Egmore is?
He isn't 40 yet. Why? What made you ask that?
Oh, nothing. Au revoir.
The plate? The book? Am I unhappy?
What are you doing, my dear?
My paper for the Rotary Club
Your paper on?
on a subject which does not have your sympathy.
Oh, I'm not wholly out of sympathy for psychoanalysis. You worked so hard on it. It's just that now I can't even take a bath without it meaning something.
I told you the meaning because I thought that you needed it.
Well, you haven't said much about it these last 2 weeks. Your faith in it hasn't weakened any, has it?
Weakened? My faith has grown stronger with every new thing that I've learned. And Mabel, she's with Dr. D'Souza now. From what I hear, today Dr. D'Souza is going to prove that I was right. I had a remarkable new confirmation of my theory in the Henry.
Your theory. What is your theory?
Well, you know about Adesh Egmore. I've never met him. I've often wondered about him. I know that he is a lot less bourgeois, a lot more intellectual than Mabel's other friends. And Mabel doesn't see much of him because Bobby doesn't like him.
Okay, well, what's the confirmation to this theory?
Well, today I discovered the first syllable of his name.
Adi.
No, egg.
Egg as in Egmore.
Exactly.
What are you talking about?
Mabel dreamed that she was a hen.
What rubbish are you talking about?
You wouldn't laugh if you understood exactly how important names are in the interpretation of dreams. Freud was full of just such cases in which an entire hidden complex could be revealed by the use of a single significant syllable, like this egg.
Doesn't the traditional relationship between hen and egg suggest rather a maternal feeling?
Yes, I guess there is something rather maternal about Mabel's love for Adesh Egmore. Of course, but that's just one element.
Okay, well, suppose Mabel doesn't want to be this gentleman's mother, but rather his lover. Then what about it? I mean, what about Bobby? Don't you think it's going to be unfair to him?
That can't be helped. Bobby, like everybody else, has to deal with the facts of life. If Dr. D'Souza arrives independently at the same conclusion, I tell you, Steve, I will not hesitate to tell Mabel to leave her current husband.
Henrietta, how long has it been since we've lived here?
Around 3 years.
One would miss this view if one was to go away, wouldn't one?
How strangely you speak, Steve. I wish you'd go and see Dr. D'Souza. Don't think that my fears have abated just because I've been able to restrain myself. I had to on account of Mabel, but now just go.
Henrietta, how long have we been married?
Oh, Steve, I don't understand you. You must go and see Dr. D'Souza.
Hey, Baba, I have gone.
You what?
Yes, I've been psyched.
You went to see Dr. D'Souza?
Yes, the very same.
And what did he say?
He said that I was a little surprised by what he said.
Of course, one can so seldom anticipate. But tell me, Steve, your dream, what does it mean?
It means that I was very surprised by what it means.
You're so exasperating, Steve.
Henrietta, do you really want to know?
Stephen, you'll drive me mad.
He said, of course, he might be wrong in what he said.
He's not wrong. Tell me.
He said that my dream of the confining walls collapsing and leaving me alone in a forest indicated a suppressed desire for
Yes, for
to be freed from,
to be freed from.
to be freed from
Yes,
marriage.
marriage.
He may be mistaken, you know.
He may be mistaken.
Of course, I hadn't taken any stock in it myself. It was your great confidence in the man that I went to him. In the
Stephen Brewster, are you telling me that Dr. D'Souza, Dr. A. D'Souza, told you this? Told you to end our marriage?
That's what he said.
Did he know who you were?
Yes, he knew that.
That you're married to me?
Yes, he knew that.
And he told you to leave me?
It seems he must be wrong, Henrietta.
I sent him so many patients. What reason did he give you for this analysis?
Well, he said that the confining walls symbolized my feelings towards this marriage and that their fading away was like a wish fulfillment.
And is it, do you want our marriage to end?
Well, it was a great surprise to me that I did, Henrietta. Of course, I didn't know what was in my subconscious mind all this while.
What did you tell Dr. D'Souza about me to have him think that you're not happy?
No, I never said a thing. He got everything from his confounded clever little inferences. I tried to refute them, but he said that this was all part of my self-protective lying.
And that's why you were so happy right now when you walked in.
No. How can you say that? I was so sad. Didn't I ask you so sadly about the view and how long we'd been married?
Stephen Brewster, do you have no idea of the seriousness of all this? Dr. D'Souza doesn't know what our marriage has been. You do. You ought to have laughed him down. Confined in marriage with me? Did you tell him? I believe in freedom.
I very emphatically told him that his results were a great surprise to me.
But you accepted them.
No, I merely couldn't refute them. You see, I'm not a psychologist, so I rushed home to talk it over with you. You being such a great disciple of psychology and everything.
Well, let me tell you one thing. If you're going to go, I wish for you to go tonight.
My dear, surely I can't do that. Think of my feelings. And besides, my clothes haven't arrived from the dhobi yet.
I ask you to go tonight, Stephen. Many women would have faltered at this. But I am not such a woman. I accept that psychoanalysis can do a lot of good things. I don't repudiate it. But it has made a lot of mistakes also, of course. But since you accept this analysis, just let me finish my work. Just go.
Sorry, Henrietta, about my subconscious mind.
Henrietta, I am so glad you're here. And alone? Are you alone?
Very much so.
He has found it.
Who has found what?
Who has found what? Dr. D'Souza. He has found my suppressed desire.
Oh, this is interesting.
He finished with me today. He got hold of my complex in the most amazing manner. But oh, it is so terrible.
Do calm yourself, Mabel. I'm sure there's no occasion for all this anxiety.
But there is. And when you think of the lives that will be affected, the readjustments that must be made in order to bring that suppressed hell out of me and save me from the mental asylum.
The mental asylum?
You said that's where these complexes brought people, no?
What did Dr. D'Souza tell you, Mabel?
That? I don't think I can tell you that. It's so unbelievable.
Believe me, Mabel, nothing I hear today is going to sound unbelievable.
So, he said that he is sure that I have a suppressed desire for...
Go on. I'm not unprepared for what you have to say.
Not unprepared. You mean you've suspected it?
From the first. It's been my theory all along.
But how? I didn't know myself that I have some secret suppressed desire for Stephen.
For Stephen,
My brother-in-law, my own sister's husband.
you have a suppressed desire for Stephen.
Oh, Henrietta, aren't these unconscious selves terrible? They seem so unlike us.
What insane thing are you trying to drive at, Mabel?
Don't you use that word to me. I don't want to go to the mental asylum.
What did Dr. D'Souza tell you?
So he finished with me today. You remember that voice in my dream that kept on saying, step hen, step hen. So he found out that when I was a little girl, I had a storybook in words of one syllable each. And I used to read the name Stephen wrong. I used to read it S-T-E-P, step, H-E-N, hen. Step hen is Stephen. Stephen is step hen.
I, step hen.
S-T-E-P, step, H-E-N, hen, Stephen.
So what if Stephen is step hen? Step hen, step hen. For that ridiculous coincidence.
Coincidence? But it is childish to look at mere elements of a dream. You have to look into it. You have to see what it means.
On those trivial grounds, on those meaningless play on syllables, you are ready to...
I mean, what's the matter? I mean, if I am this step hen, what does it mean? What could it possibly mean?
Well, it means that I have a suppressed desire for you.
For me, you do. I mean, of course you do. But what makes you think so?
Dr. D'Souza, he's worked it out scientifically.
Yes, through the amazing discovery that step hen equals Stephen.
That isn't all. That isn't near all. Henrietta won't give me a chance to say it. She'd rather I go to the insane asylum than be unconventional.
Believe me, we'll all go to the insane asylum if you're not careful. We're all waiting for some kind of rational report on this, Mabel.
Oh, there's such a lot about the names. I don't see how I ever did it. So, I dreamed that I'm a hen because it is the first syllable of Henrietta's name. And when I dreamed I'm a hen, it is because I was putting myself in Henrietta's place
With Stephen.
with Stephen.
And where do you think you're going right now with all that stuff?
Oh, well, you were so adamant about me leaving tonight. So I thought I'd take a fishing trip down in Powai with Baman. So I was just gathering my stuff.
But wait now, there's more about the names.
Mabel, have you thought of Bobby? Your good, kind husband.
Oh, Henrietta. Bobby, my good, kind husband.
Think of him, Mabel, out there, all alone in McCluskey-Ganj, working his head off, fixing people's leaky roofs, all for you.
Yes, but think of the living libido in conflict with petrified moral codes. And just think of the perfectly wonderful way the names all prove it. You know, Dr. D'Souza said he's never seen anything more convincing. And just look at Stephen's last name, Brewster. I dream I'm a hen and the name Brewster. You have to say this first letter by itself. And the hen, that's me. She says to him, Stephen, be Rooster. I think it's perfectly wonderful. For if it wasn't for psychoanalysis, you'd never find out how amazing your own mind is.
Be Rooster. Stephen. Be Rooster.
You think it's all very funny, do you?
I mean, don't you? Well, what's to be done about it? Does Mabel have to go away with me or not?
Do you want Mabel to go away with you?
I mean, Mabel only said her complex and the mental asylum and all that.
Mabel, are you going to insist on going away with Stephen?
You see, I'd rather go away with Stephen than go to the insane asylum.
Oh, drop this insane asylum, Mabel. If you did have a suppressed desire for Stephen, well, God knows, it isn't suppressed anymore. Dr. D'Souza has brought it out of you with a bang. That's all that's required to break up a complex. Psychoanalysis doesn't say that each and every suppressed desire has to be gratified.
Unless it's for Adesh Egmore.
Well, since we are on that topic, I'd like to understand why my theory isn't every bit as good as Dr. D'Souza's.
But darling, say it. Be rooster. Step hen. Be rooster. and besides, Dr. D'Souza's analysis has gotten yours beaten by a mile. Come on, say it. Step hen. Be rooster.
But what has Adesh Egmore got to do with any of this?
Oh, this is the best part. According to Henrietta's analysis, you, the hen, have a suppressed desire for Egmore, the egg.
What? Henrietta, that is highly indecent of you. He is boiled like an egg and short and fat. Of you to think such a thing of me.
But Bobby isn't short and bald and fat. Why can't you stick to your own husband? And so what if Dr. D'Souza's theory has got mine beaten by a mile? That only means that Mabel doesn't want Adesh Egmore and that she wants you. Does that mean that she has to have you?
Didn't you only say Mabel, Sahani?
Mahi Sahani. And you are not so much like her as you think, substituting your own name for hers. Oh, I would never have thought this of you, Mabel. I called you here for this visit because I wanted to be nice to you. I thought you needed a little cheering up. And now you and my husband and both of you.
Careful, my dear. You might ruin your paper on psychoanalysis.
I don't want my paper on psychoanalysis. I'm sick of psychoanalysis.
Oh, Henrietta, you don't mean that.
Why shouldn't I mean it? Look at all that I've done for psychoanalysis. And what has psychoanalysis ever done for me?
Do you mean, Henrietta, that you're going to stop talking about psychoanalysis?
Why shouldn't I stop talking about it? Haven't I seen what it does to people? That Mabel, she's gone crazy over psychoanalysis.
Do you swear never to wake me up at night to find out what I'm dreaming?
Dream what you will. I don't care what you're dreaming.
Will you clear off my work table so that the Journal of Morbid Psychology is not staring me in the face when I'm trying to plan a house?
I'm going to burn that journal on morbid psychology.
Henrietta, my dear, if you're going to separate from psychoanalysis, there's no reason why I should separate from you.
But what about me? What am I to do with my suppressed desire?
Little sweetheart, you just keep right on suppressing that desire, all right? I hear Mabel coming. Let's not be at each other's.
But being a hen, I can walk very fast. Sort of like having really tight.
You think it's wrong. So you try to think that you don't want it. Don't turn from me, Mabel. I understand these things. I called you here for... Whole thing is wrong. You have to do it wrong. This visit because I thought that you needed a little... Oof. Very much so.
Sorry. Amazing manner. Oh,
What exactly?
Well, do you not? I mean, don't you? Sorry.
Be done. 1, 2, 3, 4. Dry hand, wet hand, mad hand.
Okay.